If you were to think about the word platformer, you'd most likely think to Mario or Sonic because of them defining the early years in gaming. But with the turn to 3D graphics in the mid-90s, this brought one of Nintendo's biggest competitors in the Sony PlayStation. This meant that Nintendo needed a game to keep the SNES afloat until the N64. Nintendo looked no further than RareWare. What's up, gamers? Donkey Kong Country is seen as one of the most inspirational platformers of all time. But I want to figure out if this game still holds up to today's standards, or if people have just been blinded by nostalgia. Of course, before Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong was only relegated to a Mario villain back in the arcade days. But with the help of RareWare, Donkey Kong was able to get his own platforming series and become a hero of his own. The Donkey Kong Country trilogy truly was the catalyst effect for us getting all of the classics made by RareWare during the N64 era, such as Banjo-Kazooie and Conker. This game's story takes off with Donkey Kong bursting out of his jungle treehouse right after losing his banana horde to the Kremlins. This takes him through all of DK Island trying to gain his banana horde back. Throughout DK Island, you'll find yourself in many unique settings, such as the jungle, the lakes, the caves, the snowy mountains, and finally, the polluted area on top of the mountain. If you were to think about it, DKC truly is a first for many things in the gaming industry. It brought us pre-rendered graphics in gaming to give an illusion of 3D before 3D graphics became a mainstay in the gaming industry from the mid-90s moving forward. These pre-rendered graphics even make this game look lush and amazing even to today's standards, where in this flow of artwork not even a single bit of animation is wasted. Along with this, they also brought in Donkey Kong's brand new design with his tie, which became a main part of his branding and character from then on forward. And with Donkey Kong's old design and character left to rot away, they decided to bring in Cranky Kong, Donkey Kong's grandfather, to play the role of that old Donkey Kong in the new games. Finally, this brought Diddy Kong into the Donkey Kong franchise, and just like Luigi to Mario, he's better than Donkey Kong in almost every way and has unique parts of his character compared to Donkey Kong. Even though Diddy Kong can't take down some enemies, he's still the better character than Donkey Kong because he's faster, which is most likely why he eventually was the star of his own game in DKC 2. This goes to show that RareWare wanted to put in a lot of effort to make sure both characters felt balanced and fair to use. Of course, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong aren't the only ones coming along for this journey. Of course, there's the aforementioned Cranky Kong, but there's also Funky Kong to help you travel the world after you've already seen it, and Candy Kong to help you save your game. Other than the other Kongs, there's also the animal buddies to help you throughout your journey, like Rambi the Rhino to help charge through enemies and walls to get to secret passageways, Espresso the Ostrich to help you go faster in land levels, On Guard the Swordfish to help you kill water enemies and go faster, Winky the Frog to help you kill bees and jump higher to secret passageways, and finally Squawks the Parrot that helps you light only a singular level. Now, every once in a while, you'll come across a bonus stage where you can play a small minigame. Upon completion of this minigame, you'll either unlock a balloon which can give you an extra life, or a golden statue of an animal buddy. If you get 3 statues of the same animal buddy, you'll be transported to a minigame where you play as this animal buddy collecting even more statues. When the time runs out, these statues translate to bananas, which can give you extra lives. This makes the game have a much more enjoyable time collecting more lives, opposed to collecting 1-ups in Mario. Now, of course, no game is complete with only visuals. Of course, it needs that stunning and amazing soundtrack that wraps it all together in this neat little bundle of a game. And with this game's soundtrack being composed by David Wise, now known for his work on this game and other RareWare games, this led to one of the best soundtracks in gaming history. Honestly though, just listen to some of these amazing songs. Usually in most games, water levels are the bane of everybody's existence, but in DK Country, the soundtrack mixed with the visuals makes it into this perfect little mess that makes it actually enjoyable to play through and doesn't stop you in your tracks because of how difficult it is. Now, there does have to be that type of level that absolutely nobody enjoys, and in DKC, that comes in the form of the minecart levels, where in theory it seems fun because you're minecarting through the caverns of DK Island, jumping and defeating enemies in the levels. But in practice, it actually isn't that fun because it just leads to you losing most of your lives. After traveling all throughout DK Island, defeating the Kremlins, the only thing left for you to do is board King K. Rool's ship and fight him yourself in a 2-part battle, which I had to learn the hard way.
Yes, I finally beat the boss. Hold on. Ah!
But after you finally defeat King K. Rool and regain your banana horde from him, the only thing left for you to do is talk to Cranky Kong and roll credits. Now, if you wanted to get 101% on your save file in DKC, you'd only need to find the bonus stages, not actually beat them. Along with that, you don't need to get all the Kong letters in each of the levels either. This might deter some people, but when you hear about what you actually get for completing the game, it makes completing the game feel completely worthless. This reward is just a throwaway line about a scrapped Cranky Kong mode, where you play as a very slow and hard to control Cranky Kong. So that's why, in my opinion, Donkey Kong Country really isn't worth trying to go for completion unless you just want to play the game for a little bit, which I understand why you'd want to. But in my mind at the moment, it really wasn't worth it, so that's why I didn't do it in my playthrough. I might eventually come back to the game and fully complete it, but at the moment, I really don't see the point in doing it. With all of this in mind, Donkey Kong Country still holds up to this day, and is probably the best game to play if you want to get into platformers. And while this game didn't get me into the Rareware fanbase, it does show that Rare have been doing amazing, even since the early days. But it doesn't have Chunky Kong, so it's basically worthless.